got a history gap, so I was told to stay in school. Best thing I can tell y'all today, stay in school. You say you start quarterback and all that, so run with it. But get that education. Education is the most important thing y'all can get. That's something they can never take away from y'all. They try to take away your freedom, but they can't take away that education. So, like we said, we're here to talk to you. We're here to try to get y'all to understand, like, don't go the route we went. I didn't know nothing else but the street. But the time I did in prison, I had to learn a new way to survive. Like I study all about real estate. I do real estate. I'm a personal trainer. So that's what I plan on doing. That was my goal. That's what I'm doing now. So we giving y'all enough information where y'all can sit back and decide what y'all want to do. Y'all got questions? Ask us. We can't answer them. We gonna find an answer for you. We here to help y'all. We didn't have this growing up. We just had a bunch of people just like, oh, take this pack. Go in the court and do what y'all gotta do. It's time to break that chain. It's time to break that cycle.
Yeah, right. So my name is Fred Wood, right? And so really it's just a smorgasbord of knowledge that we owe to y'all, right? So the perspective I'm gonna come from is like, there's a thing called adverse childhood experiences. They're gonna need to research and everything, but what it means is it's about what happens in your family life from birth to 18, right? They say there's certain things that you can experience as a kid that can be so traumatic that it can rewrite the way your brain waves function, right? So I grew up in that space, you know what I'm saying? Single mom, dad buried in New York, 6 months on the John Doe. She come back jumping in church, don't want me to be like that, so I'm getting whoopings all the time, right? And I didn't even realize that I was learning things as I was experiencing these things. One, that anything when you break a rule, you gotta pay. Because every time I did something wrong, I paid for it. So I took that mentality, unbeknown to me, and took it to the streets. So a lot of the dysfunctionalism I had, the streets label gangsterism. I'm putting in the work. Friend, foe, break a rule, you gotta pay. Some things you gotta pay harder than other things, right? And I lived with that reality. Went to the joint, I did 10 years, but I've been home 23 without incident, But I like to play, I call it from the neck up is the checkup. Because I like to focus, I like to study systems. And I studied this system, and I found a lot of stuff out. And I'm gonna share some of the stuff that I found out with y'all, because y'all need it, because y'all gotta navigate. And so I'm just glad to be here, came from Cleveland, like I say, been home 23 years. I work with people that's been impacted by felony convictions. That's the new slave trade. I can get into that, but I do well, doing that. I make more than the man, make about $250,000, $300,000 a year doing that, right? Above board, but just waiting to get into the dialogue.
My name Cam, from Cleveland. Tell a little bit about myself, my story changed. I'm a high school freshman, low key dirty, being ranked on. You feel me? I want to be fly. I got the drugs. Pick the pack up. It's 12, 13. You feel me? Got a gun. Just want to be in the streets. Ended up catching 6 years. Went down. Feel me? I had to take accountability for the things I did. My life could change like this. I share that story, just to be able to be an open space for y'all. Being creative, and I know how. Sometimes we go through things at home. Sometimes we have nobody to talk to. We the people y'all can talk to. We can relate to y'all. I'm only 31. I still be in the club kicking in, still popping bodies. So I know I'm kind of pushing age with y'all. And I know, just trying to find that outlet for y'all to express yourself, whether it be music, art, poetry, rap, sports, something positive to change that energy and get away from the things that draw you in, like Grand Theft Auto. I ain't knocking, not playing the game, but you kill 1,000 people, feel me, catch a couple bodies, you gonna take it out to the streets. Just trying to change your mentality, man. So I'm here, open space, whatever questions y'all got, hit us up.
Derek Brown, right here from Youngstown, right here from where y'all live at. And I'm looking around this room, I look at myself when I look at every last one of you cats. You know what I'm saying? I was in school, in high school, thinking I was a dude or trying to hang with the hip crowd and all that. Man, they ain't do nothing for me myself. I wouldn't even be standing up here in front of y'all, talking to y'all, if that would have did something for me. But it didn't. Grew up in a single parent home. I don't know how many of y'all got single parents raising y'all right now, and I know if y'all do, y'all know how rough it is. That y'all gotta sacrifice on certain things. If mom or dad gotta sacrifice on certain things that they gonna give y'all. So what do y'all do? You turn to the streets, you turn to, your best friends and try to be like them. Doing that, I made that decision young. I left my mother's house at the age of 14. How many of y'all in your 14 right now or above? See what I'm saying? I'm already in the streets. Trying to thinking that I can help my mom, you know what I'm saying, by lightening the load. She got 4 kids to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the youngest boy. I left first with the mentality of helping my mom, you know what I'm saying, making that decision. But the way I went about it was the wrong decision. I went to the streets. I went to my dudes that was already in the streets, knee deep, getting that money. And I was like, okay, get that fast money, live a nice life and have that ghetto thing, come back to school for about a week or two, everybody, But where did I get me? Got me 5 years in prison on my second bid, first bid 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do as much time as a lot of these brothers, but I did enough time to know and realize the decision I made was the wrong decision. And like my man said, we didn't have cats trying to encourage us to do the right thing. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't have a son. I feel for that man who got to deal with his son in prison. And I look at you cats, I look at you as my sons, man, because y'all from the same streets that I came from. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't get nothing from it, just get whatever y'all can out of it. We're gonna speak to y'all. Speak, not talk at y'all, speak to you guys. See what's on your minds, man. We don't want y'all just to sit back and just listen to what we're saying. If y'all got something going on personally or during school or amongst each other and shit, I want y'all to share it. Get some real knowledge from your brother, man. We're here to help. We're here to speak. Because I'm telling you, at that age, like I said, I'm already in the streets. Making the wrong decisions at y'all age now. And at this age is when y'all making y'all decisions on the rest of your lives. It's on when you want 2 ladies, maybe. I came home without my piston and throw it out. But I had all the ghetto thing, riding in good, nice cars and had all the gear and all that. Nothing fun. Nothing at all. So, here to share my story, I'm here to help. Here to answer any questions you guys got.
So I got a question for y'all. I got a question. You can raise your hand, whatever. How many of y'all think it's something in y'all life right now that y'all gotta change to make y'all situation better? So keep your hand up. And you ain't got to answer it if you don't want to. You say, nah, I'm cool. But what is it?
I was back into my sports.
Get back to your sports?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else? You want to say? Okay. What you want to say?
Well, I changed my mindset on certain things.
Change your mindset on certain things. You got your hand up? Go ahead. How you gauge your day-to-day life? Okay. What about you? More motivation to do things? Okay. What about you?
Separation from people that don't mean you no good.
Separate from people that don't mean you no good.
Yeah, you're like more, will be better mentally.
Right. Shimmy. Go ahead.
Hang around the wrong people.
Hang around the wrong people. What if I told y'all that every one of y'all in here right now, because y'all supposed to be in here, right? Every one of y'all in here got a purpose that y'all got to figure out what it is in order to accomplish everything that you desire to accomplish in your life. Would y'all agree with that or disagree with that? Agree with that? So in order to accomplish those things, y'all already on the right path. You say you got to change your mindset, right? What's your biggest hurdle?
Removing myself from certain things.
Removing yourself from certain things. Sound like what my man said, separating yourself. How many of y'all, by show of hands, and you feel like the individuals that y'all be around sometimes tend to not be the best group of individuals that y'all need to be around? Why you around them?
Play basketball.
So y'all share something in common. Okay, why you around them?
They blood.
They're your family. Okay, why you around them?
Grew up with.
You grew up with them. Why you around them? Same thing. So if I tell you that the people that you grew up with now, matter of fact, I told you this is my mentor, right? I ain't grew up with him. But he said something to me when we was in the car the other day about if you want to get somewhere. If you the smartest person in your clique, you need to find another clique. If you're the richest person in your clique, you need to find another clique. Because you're never gonna grow because ain't nobody around you that's gonna force you to grow. Make sense? If you're comfortable with around the homies that you're around, you need to find you some different homies because obviously they ain't challenged you enough to grow and change your mindset. But it ain't easy because we know who we know and we like who we like and we comfortable with who we comfortable with, right? So right now is the time for you to start learning how to be uncomfortable. I had a football scholarship on the table. I wasn't comfortable with it. I was more comfortable coming back finding him, getting some dope and getting the pistol. Because that's what I grew up doing. I knew that. I ain't believe I could go to school and get no good grade, even though I got good grade before. I didn't think I could do that consistently. I didn't think I was really good enough on the football field. But I knew I was good at selling dope. At least I thought I was. So I stayed in this stagnant place out of fear, not knowing what my life could have been like if I just took the chance to step outside my comfort zone. Everything y'all talking about is comfort. Y'all comfortable with the people. Even though y'all know they don't necessarily mean y'all no good, y'all comfortable with them. You gotta start right now being uncomfortable, being cool with being uncomfortable. What's the saying? Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. The only way you're gonna grow in life is to challenge yourself, is to step outside your comfort zone. The only way you're gonna get better at anything else is by getting around people who gonna challenge you to be better. He told you, he shouldn't have gave me no dope. He shouldn't have gave me no dope. He shouldn't have gave me no pistol. If you're around people who not helping you obtain what it is you desire to obtain for your life, they don't need to be around you. And you don't need to be around them. If they ain't helping you get better at passing that ball or getting them grades so you can be on that field passing that ball, they shouldn't be around you.
Interesting.
And that's easier said than done.
Yep.
That's a lot easier said than done.
Like so many times, guys, I see it over and over with just our kids and the kids I know and the people I know. I wasn't gonna get in trouble, but I had to because it's my friends, it's my homies, it's my crew, and they were so and so was attacking them, and I had to go. I couldn't just leave them. I had to go, even though you know everybody's doing the wrong thing,
Yeah.
or I needed a ride home, and that was the car that was taking me. Guys, sometimes you need to wait for a better ride home than to get into the car you know is going to stop by 3 of the wrong places. And those are the things like no one, like if you talk to anyone, most people didn't mean to do a lot of the things they did. They got themselves in the wrong situation at the wrong time. But some of that is what they're talking about, being with the wrong people at the wrong time. having the wrong group of friends.
Yeah.
But, you know, I understand blood, I understand they're your same friends since kindergarten, a lot of times.
Yeah.
But that example of if you're the smartest, if you're the smartest, richest, but also if you're the best behaved, if you're the one on track, if you're the one who got something to lose, if you're the only one in your crew that got something to lose, you gotta find a new crew.
Can I tell the truth?
Yeah.
Can I tell the truth? Now watch this. A lot of talk about easier said than done. I appreciate that. Right? But I really like to stay in the real world. Right? Family means something. See, you bring in junk, it's honorable. Run away. It's about being able to navigate. See, and I'm gonna let you know, because I talked to my homeboys, right? I said, well, when did you figure it out? They said, I was 30, second number, third number, right? Yeah, 15, 16, 17. Oh man, this trap's already laid for you, right? I'm talking about a system of inequity, right? That's got you on the target list.
What equity
There's
mean?
statistics that say before you was even born, based on where you stand, based on you understand the economic impact of your neighborhood, based on the level of your school system, right? That you will be in this percentage right here gonna be in juvenile. This percentage gonna make it to the penitentiary. This percentage ain't gonna make it out of high school, junior high school. Hey, them numbers already written before you born. So if that's the case, then that means somebody understand, right? And it's systematic. It's by design. Just like when they put those Snickers at the end of the aisle, right? When you go out to checkout line, you see those Snickers in that code, Gatorade. Oh, it's there for a reason. It was intentional. And so what I'm saying is that y'all already winning, because y'all still in school. As you heard, this 14-year-old ain't even coming to school. And y'all might be struggling in school, but y'all still in school, right? Which means y'all already gifted and talented. But we got a responsibility too. Now watch this, because I'm like problem solution. Y'all raise y'all hand and say, hey man, we got some things we need to work on. And then we respond and say, hey, you can't be around the wrong people. You gotta be around the crowd. Some people say they want to change their mentality, right? So the school district, and brothers who got the knowledge, guess what? Where are we gonna create that space so y'all can come in and say, man, you know what, I'm struggling with something right now, and I got something going on. Space, and I know that somebody ain't gonna lie to me, they're gonna give me something real that I can think about. Because the statistics say that, you know what I'm saying, young minds can't think long term. They say young minds deal with instant gratification. This is what the research says. So they say you're gonna be more likely than my 53-year-old self to sit back and think about that. What's the benefits of this? What's the deficits of this? They say y'all ain't gonna really do that, right? So it got to be a counterbalance. And if we know these things, right, and the statistics say these things, and they do, then we got a responsibility to do too. This is part of the responsibility. We come in the room and say, hey man, did 10, did 26, did 25, did 2, did 5, pick the hammer up, you know what I'm saying? So this is just one part of it, right? Because I study systems and I know there's other people that gotta play a role. Now the school playing a role because they gotta see it. And whatever y'all supposed to be at, they say, you know what, this is important, so we're gonna give y'all an hour or two. That's important, but there's more to do. I just wanna commend y'all because y'all still in the game. Y'all still in the fight. But it's things that y'all might have accepted as true, that y'all gonna have to challenge. But you need to counter the challenge, right? Y'all need more information because y'all in real time, right now, everything going on. How many of y'all, just to see, let me see. How many of y'all been to weddings already in y'all life? How many of y'all been to somebody's wedding? Yeah. Y'all been to more than 5 weddings? Anybody? You been more than 5 weddings? Awesome. Yeah. How many of y'all been to funerals? Got about 4 or 5 funerals? A little more? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm going with this? Been to more funerals than weddings? Yeah, okay.
let me say something, man. There's a saying, it says most people rather die than change. All you guys who said y'all want to change something, y'all chose life. And when you choose life, you got ups and downs. You got ups and downs. And when them ups and downs come, you gotta know how to, you gotta accept both of them with the same, like, zeal. Like, stuff might be down right now, but you know in the back of your head, it's gonna get better as long as I get up and make them two things I told you. You got a choice and a chance. Because you got up out that bed, you got a chance to make that day better. So when you sit back and look at everything, I had a son. My son had a full ride, not for no sports, not for nothing because of this. He had a bug. He was like, he freakishly smart. He like one of them types. And he chose to be like me. When we talk about this courage stuff, hey man, it take a brave dude to know what his responsibilities is and live by it. That dude you see that go to work every day, come home, give what he got for his family, and he get up and do it again, that's a brave dude. He just put a whole different dynamic to it. Us, we was in the streets. Like he said, all we did was, we beefed with each other. Still to this day, we don't even know what we was beefing for. This, all I knew, they was from the south side, I was from the Brooks, on the east side. That's all I knew. So therefore, you was my enemy. Crazy part, once we got to talking, we get to talk about, hey man, where you get this? We got cool. And had a lot of, I'm an athlete. But y'all gotta realize this, man. That change that you talk about you want, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. And I know he can verify, everybody on this panel can verify. The only person that can destroy you is you. Yeah, traps out there. Don't let me, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm about to give you a number. I'm gonna give you two numbers. They say on a regular basis, it's 900-something thousand blacks arrested. They say it's 200-something million. I'm going with million. There's 2 million whites arrested. It's almanac. If you want to check it out, go to the almanac. They was all arrested for all the same crimes. Then they go down to the numbers on who all went to prison. When we go to the numbers on who went to prison, they say from 15 to 25, the blacks did 5 years or better. From 15 to 25, the white guys did 6 to 18 months. Most of them got probation for the same crime that we committed. Now, I'm not about to sit here and say what's obvious, but the system already worked against us, so we got to work hard, but that's in our energy. You meant to be a warrior from day one. Coming into this, listen, I'm gonna go into, it's simple. When your daddy and your mother got together, you fought 1 million other sperms just to be. Just to be. Just to be. You fought 1 million other sperms. I'm the one coming out. So it's meant for you to struggle. If you don't embrace struggle, and that's what we didn't do. That's why we took the easy road to get in the streets. We didn't embrace struggle. We thought we embraced struggle, shooting at each other. We thought that was some struggle. No, struggle was making that choice for him to go to college. For me to stay boxing. That's the struggle. Embrace it. This here, you coming up, getting up, going to school, and one of the biggest things you're gonna do, man, you can love them from a distance. Don't change the love. Like I say, my affiliations, I'm from Youngstown, but I had a high affiliation in gangs. I was the vice lord, we had the chief. A lot of people will look to you for everything wrong. If you go to that same people, I'll tell you how to get people away from you. It's a secret. Every time you get around, tell them, we'll come. Just sit it down there, just say, man, I'm reading this book, and first they're gonna look at you like, ain't gonna grab the book, look through it. I'm tell you, this is gonna be, go back and do this. I'm reading this book, and it's telling me this. The dude gonna look at you like this, then the next time you do it the next day, man, I don't wanna pay no attention to that, and he gonna walk away from it. Because you want something he ain't. Life is about elevation, man. And if can't nobody, got two types of people gonna be in your life. And you determine which ones you keep. You got builders and destroyers, always remember that.
Let me say this. I'm gonna tell you how I put a story.
Hey, can y'all, when y'all talk, can y'all stand up so they can?
So,
I know you don't like that, but
man always getting on, all this stuff is little, but the thing, what I want to explain to y'all is this. The story I want to say is this. I came home 3 months before he did. When he came home, I was happy I was home, finally got out, just like I got out. But both of us hesitant on associating with each other or speaking to each other. Only reason we was hesitant about it is we didn't know where each other was at.
they say speak up, Darnell.
Until we had that conversation, we didn't know where each other was at. Like, I knew when I was coming home, I'm not going back to the street. I knew when I came home, I'm not going back to prison. I knew it. How can I say that? Because I had plans and goals. It wasn't about no dream. I had plans and goals. I had a vision board. I put it up. I stuck with it. I'm still sticking. I'm right on point on all. But what I'm saying to y'all is this. Once we had that conversation, we seen that we was on the same page. We clicked just like we did when we was young. It's how he was struggling, needed money, and I helped him get money. Now we're here talking to y'all
Oh, this real
because
quick, Mike.
of decisions that we both made. We was on separate paths, but now, once we came together, we was able to put these plans together.
And I'm letting them keep going, but what I want y'all to realize too, though, is this. Both of us, this goes to what I was saying earlier, both of us was willing to wait from, willing to walk away thank you, from a lifetime friendship if we wasn't on the same page.
Right. So basically, I was about to get to that. So
Okay.
my whole thing is this. When y'all say y'all want to separate who y'all live with, like family and friends, me personally, if my mama was in the street, that's my mother, that's my family. I still love her, I still, be around her, but it's different things that I will not be able to do with her because we're not on the same page. Like he just said, we both came home, we figured out we was on the same thing. That's my man. If he was on the wrong path, what's up? That's about it. I mean, I'm gonna talk to him, I'll be around him, but I know how far to take it. That's the whole thing. So you can sit there and still be around your family, you be around your friends, but know how far to take it. Know where the lines draw. Once you know where the lines draw, then you cool. Then you can get your mind together. Just like you got into the fight. I'm not gonna single you out, but you think there's a different way you can handle that without messing your hand up? Huh?
Trying to get him to vote.
Break it up. Push everybody away. Say, no, this ain't the way to go. Because all y'all could have been banned from playing for basketball. Easily. And then what's gonna get judged? It's like you said, that's your future. Don't mess your future up for nobody. Pull your man to the side. It's like, man, listen, we're gonna go about this a different way. It's on y'all to make these choices. It's on y'all to make these decisions of what y'all want to do. We're here to try to help y'all and guide y'all, so y'all will go the right we want.
What made y'all stay? When he told y'all, when he said, y'all don't have to stay, what made y'all stay?
Start right here and work way down.
We ain't got an older generation to talk to us though. Like, so like I live like day by day, so we got like people like us telling us advice that we already heard. So as we walked in here, y'all ain't really say too much, but I already knew that y'all was gonna come here and try to speak us some facts, cause we ain't got nobody out there in the world trying to speak us some facts.
Wow.
Y'all gonna speak it to us stuff.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you something, man, real quick before we go down. Like, we doing this, and we always when we in the community, when we in the hood with the homies and stuff, and the homies be telling us, man, y'all doing a good job, man, keep doing it. We tell them we can't do it by ourselves, cause we can't make it to every school, we can't make it to every. We need everybody. We need everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you said that. What about you, little bro? You want to say something? Same thing he said. He like, yeah, he like whatever. Same thing. That's how many of y'all feel like that? By raising hands, everybody feel like that? Anybody got something different?
I feel like
Go ahead.
y'all energy, I seen y'all, I looked all y'all in the eyes. Y'all ain't even like no flow about. I seen man, you feel me?
Y'all was all in our shoes.
Right.
I tell people all the time, man, y'all smell us like Pitt smell cur. Y'all know anything about he love dogs. If a dog smells some cur in you, he at you. Same thing with the youngers. If y'all smell it ain't authentic, we gonna lose y'all before we open our mouth.
And he said he about to do a whole lot again.
You know, that's a lot of people say, the kids, they be like, man, I ain't messing with them youngest. They out of control. I go to the trenches. I love y'all.
Right, no question.
I love y'all to death. You hear me? I love getting in there talking to y'all, man.
Y'all invite us to y'all hood. Where everybody
We
hang out.
there.
We there.
We there.
We there.
Right there.
All the old heads that chose a different route was like, it's useless. Can't talk to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And give up on y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's losing for everybody, the whole community, not just the youngins. That's losing for us.
That show they stupidity.
You know, y'all are our future, man. Y'all are our future. Y'all gonna be the decision makers. Y'all gonna be the cats that's making the moves in this city or wherever y'all go to live. And I say that to ask this question. How many of y'all know what y'all want to do when y'all leave high school?
Glad you got to that.
Y'all know what you want to do when you leave high school? What you want to do?
Coach football.
Football.
You say coach it or play it?
Coaching?
College football.
College football? Okay.
What about you, man? On your own gym.
Okay.
Good.
That's what he do.
Man doing that right now. What you want to do?
I wanna go play college ball.
Okay. What about you, homie?
Okay. You had your hand up?
Now look.
Okay. And it's cool not to know yet.
Right, that is.
Yeah,
It's cool not to know yet, but start thinking about it.
Plenty of
But
time.
put it in your mindset of what y'all want to do.
No, hold on. I'm gonna take that back. It ain't cool not to know.
You're
I'm
absolutely
gonna tell
right.
you something right now. In life, you got to know what direction you're going in.
That's right.
It ain't cool not to know. So the minute you start thinking it's cool not to know, it's the minute you lose everything that you do know.
Right. There's a research study, when they ask kids what you want to do when you grow up, the kid who has an answer versus the kid who says, I don't know, guess who's more successful in life when they go look at them later? The kid who had an answer. And your answer might be wrong. I would have said when I was your age, I want to be an architect. But just because I had an answer, I'm probably more successful than the kid next to me who said, I don't know. Even though I said architect and I never became an architect, just having a goal when you're young, before you get out of school, means you're more successful.
Yeah, I just want you to
start
plant it in
looking
your
at those
seed.
goals.
Just put
So that's what when I said, yeah, that's when that's you right. Because when I say it's cool not to know, meaning exactly what the teacher said. At this age, it might be something that you might be unsure of, but you got time to figure it out. But have an idea.
And this is the age where y'all start making them decisions
How old is you?
on what y'all want to do.
19.
19. And you You old enough to have a family. Right now, how many?
I got a daughter.
One?
Man, so you really got to have the courage.
Exactly.
You right now at that point, you got a daughter. It takes you to be that guy that I told you. That guy that sensibly know, because you got to protect that daughter.
You gotta take care of
Everything
the
in
child.
everything in you, because don't nothing else matter but her.
And watch the trap. Go.
One thing I pride myself on is giving back is financial literacy. You don't understand how money flow. When you're 19, anybody got a credit, anybody got on your parents authorized use, everybody know anything about credit.
Let's talk about that.
Let's start learning about, you feel me, connection and how money flow, because we all want the same thing. We all want to do something to attain money to live our best life. So how are you doing that? How are you putting budgets in? How are you making these plans to circle around your financial needs? You gotta understand it first. If you don't understand it, you won't ever be a victim of it. The system, if you don't understand the system, you'll never be a victim of it. So just, what I do is I go in and teach the financial part, learn about credits. You're 19, bro, you feel me? Like you can go sign up right now, man. On the LP, because I can help you out. You need some help. Learn how to business run, I can help you out. You know, that's what we're here for, to give y'all a solution. You wanna be a rapper, bro? You feel me? I ain't from Youngstown, you feel me? I'm from Cleveland, and I hope we can find some resources up here. So
We definitely got resources.
yeah, you feel me? Yeah, get with him so you get around things that you want to do. You feel me? Once you get around, you learn more about it and learn how things operate and move. It's just the flow of things. That's all I want to say.
So let me ask y'all this right now. Y'all done heard us, right? And we said this when we came in. We ain't talking at y'all, we talking to y'all. So in order for us to talk to y'all, that means y'all got to talk back to us. Right? Everybody agree with that? It's a two-way street, right? Y'all some intelligent brother. I'm just listening by the way y'all putting y'all sentences together. So tell me what y'all feeling. Tell me what y'all thinking right now, man. And it ain't no wrong answer. Because our goal is to make sure that this wasn't a waste of time for nan one of us.
Cause we learn from y'all too. Y'all teach us. Y'all teaching us too.
But y'all know more about y'all generation than we.
So while y'all thinking about that, I got a question. Y'all can answer this and answer. I mean, you know, what influences y'all in y'all neighborhoods? Go ahead.
Music.
Music? Okay. Go ahead.
There ain't no positive influence in our neighborhood. I'm from the south side, but I grew up on the north side, though, so I grew up around all that type of stuff. But right now, like nowadays, it ain't no positive influence. Like you hear shots of people dying almost every night around me, so it ain't no right now, ain't no positive.
So you saying you don't feel like there's no positive influences on the south side or in Youngstown, period? Wow. So that means that people like us got to do even better job at letting it be known that it's brothers that's out here right now that love y'all, man, like y'all theirs, man. They ain't never met y'all because y'all us, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to do harder. We got to do more than what we doing to let y'all know that, to touch y'all. And yeah, wow, okay.
And we also have to let policy makers, right? You know how many millions of dollars it is that's set aside for y'all enrichment and y'all betterment? Somebody holding that money too, right? Because there's other things y'all might need. Y'all might need that financial literacy. Y'all might need some access to some computer technology, right? See, it's layers to this. Swear to God it is. There's layers to this. Y'all gotta do y'all part, but you also gotta know who else supposed to do their part.
But you're right. Because he said it, I want to tap on it, because we always hear these in these conversations when we have them with older brothers, right? The music, listen what they listen to, da-da-da-da-da, right? But when we think about what we used to listen to, it was the same type of music. It might have been a little worse, right? So what I want to ask you is, how, when you listen to that music, who you listen to?
Young boy.
Okay, I rock with Young Boy. Yeah, baby, little baby, all the yeah. Don't play me. The lowercase my G, right? But I'm saying, when y'all listen to that music, how do that music make y'all feel? What type of mind state do that music put y'all in?
It depends on what like song you listen to.
Different moods and music. Yeah, like he might make a song where it make you move. Like say somebody played with you earlier, like somebody called you a hoe or something earlier, right? You can put that music in your head. You walk away at the moment. You just like, What you seen? Nah, for real. What you seen though? Then you like, now you trying to see what he on, trying to check his temperature and all that.
Okay, so that's a good point, right? So here's what I'm saying. So here's what I want y'all to understand, right? What we wind up learning, right? Matter of fact, Ice Cube, how many of y'all know who Ice Cube is? Okay, Cube transcends generations. Cube said a long time ago, man, if I did the stuff that I rapped about, I'd be under the jail. It's entertainment. So to your point, the beat, we are beat people. It's in our spirit, right? Our ancestors, drums, all of that, it's in our spirit. But we have to understand that this is entertainment, right? Half of the dudes that's doing the rapping ain't living that life. Y'all do know that, right?
Ain't never lived.
They ain't living that life. They can't be living that life. Because if they was, they wouldn't be rapping about it.
But, not to cut you off, but I did just hear something on the news about that. They just had an indictment where they picked up a bunch of people that some of the stuff they was rapping about, they got locked up for.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff. So some of these guys was doing these acts.
I ain't say all, I said,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to interact with them. Some of them was doing these things, and what happened with them? They got locked up for their lyrics.
Yeah, right.
It's a bunch of indictments that came down from guys getting locked up for their lyrics.
Yeah, but
And that goes into what he was saying too.
But from a historical standpoint, right, our culture has always had scribes, right? Like drama imitates life and life imitates drama, right? So some people manufacture, because guess what? They might not be doing what they rapping about, but guaranteed is being done, right?
Seeing it get done.
They, you know what I'm saying? Bear witness, right? That like, so scribes. Throughout history, you had those that had the ability, the creative talent to be able to see what's going on in the world and, you understand, create it in a creative way so that generations later could understand. Now, I'm gonna give you some another game. Y'all ever heard of the American Dream?
Yeah.
American Dream.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You heard me? That American Dream, that drill, all that. Well, it was a dude that created that concept, right? And watch this. So I told you I'm from the neck up, I do the check, right? And so I studied the American Dream concept. There was a dude named Durkheim at the beginning of the 19th century that said that the American Dream created anime, right? I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie, Gangs of New York. Or Gangs of New York imitate, it's a treat, because they all these immigrants coming to America. And they say like the social contract wasn't really established because they ain't really have like how we really supposed to perform over here. So they doing what they gotta do, mobs being started, gangs being started, they figuring it out, right? And then a dude after Durkheim came named Merton, and he said that the American dream is the presupposition for crime and deviance in America. And watch how he laid this out. He said the American dream is one of the main reasons why it's crime and violence in America. And he said it's because of this. Because at the time that they created the American dream, which was contingent on two things, that you get a good education and that you get a good job. And they said the American dream, if you get a good education and a good job, in some way you can participate in the American dream. The house, the car, you know what I'm saying? The money and all of the clothes, right? But he said at the same time that they created that concept, they knew there would be demographics and populations of people that wouldn't have access to a good job or a good education, but still believed in the American dream. And he said because they believed in the American dream with no possible ways and means to achieve it, they would do it by hook or crook. By any means necessary. And here we go, right? So when we look into the street, guess what? You know what I'm saying? The education system, no justification for nothing, but guess what? It's real. When I grew up, guess what? My mother is a primary factor why I end up in the penitentiary. Let me tell you why. Because my mother cried about bills all the time. Every time I said that, I love my mother more than anything on the face of the earth. This is my mama. We ride or die. Father dead, it's me and her. I'm baby boy, man child. My mama crying about bills. She going to buy gas with quarters. Right. She crying in the other room. I gotta hear this. I said, man, I love my mother more than anything. Dude offered me one day, he said, hey Fred, man, this dude talk to you. Hey man, I'll give you $100, whoop his ass. Huh? I don't even know if I can beat him, but that 100 was so attractive to me. I shot my shot. went in the store, bought me a Reese cup, bag of chips and a pop. Came home, I had about 90-something dollars, gave mama that 50. She had your witness too. She said, boy, where you get that money from? She reaching down. Boy, where you get this money? I said, she grabbed that 50, and I felt good. Well, I love my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I felt I was contributing, but it was a trap. Shoot, that 50 turns in, I'm gonna give her 1,000. I'm gonna buy a new furniture set. I never questioned. Went to the joint. She wrote every month. When I came home, mama got a new house, sister got a new house. I'm like, shoot, they could make it. I'm thinking they can't make it without me putting mine on the line. I was so deep into it, I was a Jehovah's Witness. You know what I did? I prayed to Jehovah, the God I knew at the time, and told him I'm going to give up my chances of living in this paradise condition so that I can do whatever I got to do, because I know I'm going to hell, right? So my mother and my sister can have a decent life now and burn me at 100 degrees. Right. You understand? I'm sacrificing. I'm 14 years old. Right? Never questioned, but then I did the 10 years when I came home. Shoot, they were paying their bills, their cars up. As soon as I came home, it seemed like they couldn't pay no bills no more. I said, oh, Trick. Trick no good. Mom, you better act like I'm still in the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to do this, I got to get off the road, I got to get this, you know what I'm saying? Traps. Right here.
And the love didn't change. Love didn't change, he just knew he had to make certain choices.
That's right.
That don't change. You gotta remember that, man. Your love for individual don't change.
Family.
Cause what? You know what I'm saying?
Life is full of
You just gotta make the choice.
Because you gotta remember too, and I think it's not black and white, it's not hard fast, life is blurry. Life is muddy. There's not like when we use the word in the street, there's not a day where somebody, today I wasn't in the street, tomorrow I'm in the street. It's when we use that word, sometimes I think we forget what we're really talking. We all use that, but we forget what we're really talking about. But it's blurry, and it's a blurry, the path to success, the path to the middle, and the path to messing up and getting incarcerated. It's a blurry road in all directions for all adults, young people. It's not only one, but it's those traps. You're talking about those little things, different ways you slowly start heading the wrong direction instead of the right direction. Like some of you guys get it's little stuff. Some of you guys get shoes from a cousin you hardly know, and that cousin you don't know where those shoes are coming from, and they keep giving you more and more shoes because you don't have the newest shoes to be on the basketball court with, and your football shoes. They just keep giving you too much, or they're your cousin that you're friends with that lives out of state, and they keep sending stuff. And they probably can't afford to give you those things. Why do they keep, some of it starts with love, and that person, it is family and it is love, but it's also when football doesn't work out or school doesn't work out or stuff, they get you used to a certain lifestyle of getting things, and now you owe someone, now you owe someone something, and you don't ever want to owe anybody anything.
Yeah, or you feel like
get
you're
lured
obligated.
Yeah.
You feel like you owe somebody something. You don't owe nobody nothing. You owe yourself to be the best version of yourself. When you talk about the influence of the music, man, that's big on making your decisions in life at this age. You know what I'm saying? There's only, 12 of y'all in here? But I'm pretty sure there's more people out here need to hear some of the things that we're talking about. And by you guys being athletes, or, just talking to people in school, y'all can help share and reach out to some of y'all, people that's y'all age, y'all generation, and share what y'all learned today if y'all got anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes all of us. It takes us. Y'all can communicate about doing some dirt or something like that. You communicate about jumping on somebody. Y'all can communicate about this, that, and the other. Communicate about something positive. Watch how good it make you feel.
I got a question.
One question for them, right? And I'm hoping, would it be beneficial, like, if y'all had a space in school, right? Like, I don't know, during the course of the day, where y'all could actually get some real conversation going on, right? Like, it could be like at the end of, because sometimes, you come in the morning, you might want to tick off, but if man, I know it's an hour a day that I can go in and gas up. Cause I'm about to make that decision, cause you know, dude did, you know, I'm about to check that temperature. But I gotta think about, you know, it's a, it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy, and I will not sit here and say, we gotta stay connected. And what we know, we got to make sure you got access to get it. Ultimately, y'all gotta make the decision, but hey man, you make decisions when you get alternatives. If you see, man, I don't care, if you only think it's one door to go out of, it could be 5 doors.
You gotta go out the door.
You're going out that door. So our thing is, man, we got these old ass stories, these old, you understand, losses and lessons, which turned into our blessings. We gotta lay them suckers out. They gotta be everywhere. So y'all can look at me, you know what dude though? Okay, dude trying. It's an art to navigate amongst the dead. Dude, you understand, want somebody to lay him down, but they ain't gonna me, because you know what? I still got something to do. I know he wants somebody to knock him out. But you know what? I ain't gonna bless him. I ain't gonna bless him because I gotta go here to mom and do that. I got a thing coming up next week. But you'll look up because he asking for that knockout. Guess what? You'll look a week or 2 later, dude got knocked out. But it wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The universe brings to you just what you asked for. Guaranteed. Right? So I think that I'm saying that because if y'all bearing witness that, guess what? Y'all need some other thing. There's teachers that care about y'all.
Yeah.
That be calling out on the street, man, I need that for my boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And there's some teachers that, you know, hey, you know, they shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? But there's also administrators. There's also school boards that gotta give you what you at. Because everybody, guess what? Everybody in the city of Youngstown in certain places is supposed to be working for y'all. The mission statement is supposed to be the betterment of y'all. And meaning that y'all gotta empower yourselves to make the ask. Because y'all was to say, hey, you know what? Hey man, we need some mentors up in here. So that we can, you know, say, navigate through the day. Because it's rough out here, it's rough at the house, rough on the street, rough from here to the house.
Somebody relate, it's a relatable thing. You have to have people that you relate to.
Yeah.
I always remember that. And one thing I want y'all to remember is do any of y'all know what the rites of passage is? Rites of passage is a tradition that once was and in that rites of passage, what it was the child was mentored by the adolescent was mentored by the adult was mentored by the elder. It kept the chain together. It allowed us to stay connected.
Right.
What we doing is backward down. We trying to come back and reconnect to something that's been disconnected.
Right.
Because a lot of the youngsters look at us old heads and be like, man, I ain't messing with them because they ain't trying to do nothing but manipulate, because a lot of people in the story, them guys that people be thinking that's gangsters right now, that's old heads, they ain't speaking. The only reason they got these titles because dudes like us got taken away. They just so happen to be in a picture with us, and they wasn't even the guys that they saying to y'all that they are.
They ain't OGs.
They really ain't OGs for real.
They old school.
They just sitting there perping it, leading y'all down the way because this here, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, y'all blessed. Every last one of y'all blessed. Y'all blessed, man, because somebody cared enough to tell us, hey, come and do what you can, and we give our best foot forward. And we here anyway.
Just like the brother said, like they ain't got enough of that. Ain't no mentors, ain't nobody. You know, we didn't have it. We didn't have it. I had people influencing me. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask y'all this, right? Then I'm looking at the time. I want to know something. By a show of hands, how many of y'all know what respect is? What's respect?
Something you earn, like giving, and like I don't know how to explain it for you.
Think about it. I come back to you. Who else had their hand? Right, definitely did.
You know,
Something you earn.
what's respect?
Like talk to a person,
Speak up for me.
talk to a person, and treat a person like how you want to be treated. Like,
Okay.
You got it now.
Little bro, I'm gonna come back to you.
Basically, like alright, if I talk somebody would give. Like, respect is not just given, it's earned in certain ways.
Okay. Go ahead. You want to give it?
Like, you, like someone you can agree with, like, what stuff they do, like, and like, you can't lost what I was
I know
about
what
to
you're saying. It might not be your thing, but you respect what they're doing.
say. Yeah, like,
Something like that.
So, by a show of hands, how many of y'all bathe every day? Wash up, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wash up. Yeah, right. Right.
That's a whole different set.
Right. All y'all look fly. So y'all take pride in y'all appearance, right? It's levels to respect. But you doing it. Ain't nobody telling you got to do it. You doing it, right? You get up, you wash up, you pick your outfit out because you want to feel good. Because you have a certain amount of respect for yourself, right? So when you moving through life, you're going to get what you projecting. You're going to get what you projecting. That makes sense? So if I'm walking a certain way, or I'm talking a certain way, or I'm interacting with my homies a certain way, I'm going to get that back. Now, you said how we talk to each other. I want y'all to think about how y'all talk to each other. I done heard the conversations. I done heard how y'all, that's why he's smiling. He's smiling. I done heard the language y'all use when y'all referring to each other.
Definitely talking about that.
I done heard the language y'all use when y'all referring to each other. If you moving and you have a certain respect for yourself, you're gonna move different than that. And as a result of that, either people gonna come into, either people gonna stay in your life, or people they're gonna remove themselves from your life. But you're gonna move a certain way, and you're gonna think a certain way, and you're gonna act a certain way because you have a certain amount of respect for yourself. You clean your shoes off when your sneakers off when they get dirty, right? You get mad when somebody step on them. But then you go clean them back off.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing you got to do in your life. Clean out areas of your life that ain't helping you demonstrate the respect you say you have for yourself. That makes sense? And he said, it ain't easy.
Mm-mm.
It ain't easy. I came home and, I heard a story. I came from a dope boy lifestyle.
This was a struggle.
I'm gonna give you two stories and then we're gonna wrap it up. I'm a barber. Well, first, I'm a barber. So, we used to be in the guys that go in the barber shop and get $50 tips so we ain't got to wait in line. Now, I'm behind the chair, hoping you give me a $5 tip. It's humbling.
Yes.
But guess what? I got respect for myself. And what I know is, like my boys, my man said, I ain't doing nothing that's gonna put me in a cage again. I ain't doing nothing because my life is more valuable than that cage that they just stuck me in for 26 years. I had a homeboy who had, in his mind, had a whole lot of love for me. He offered me 3 kilos of cocaine. I had $7 in my pocket. He said, man, get on your feet, man, big homie. I sold drugs my whole life. I did the math. But then I had that 26 years I had to weigh it against. That shit don't add up. Don't add up. Because I had a whole lot of them years in there where I had to borrow some shoes from somebody because I didn't have my own. Because people on the outside forgot about me, even though they had a whole lot of love for me. My aunt told me, my rock, she said, baby, it's easier to forget about you being in there than have to deal with what comes with you being in there. So when the homie sat the 3 keys on the table, all that ran through my mind as I computed how much them 3 keys was. Shit didn't add up. I developed a certain amount of respect for my life. I said it wasn't worth $72,000.
even if I didn't never make $72,000 again in my life. The ability to do the things that I'm able to do now, the ability to come in here and do this is worth way more than that. The ability to influence y'all in the way the little brother say ain't nobody been doing, can't put a price tag on that.
At all, man.
Can't put a price tag
At
on
all.
that.
Not even
Because
close.
I got respect for myself. And as a result, I have respect for myself. I got respect for y'all because I am y'all. We are y'all.
That's
Y'all
right.
come from us.
That's right.
Every time we look at y'all, we see us.
Every time, man.
And we know what's in front of y'all. He always tell me, say, when I met him, he said, man, what you want to do? I said, I want to do what you doing. He said, well, it took me 20-something years to do this, but I done paid way for you. He said, you're going to be where I am in no time. That's what we trying to do, man. Move all the bull out the way for y'all, man, so y'all can do what y'all were created to do, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's rapping, whether it's building a house, whether it's whatever it is, whatever your purpose.
Lawyer, doctor, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We try to move all the bull crap out the way that's in y'all way right now to try to stop y'all from doing that.
And the rest we don't want y'all to go in, not to cut you off, it's something this came to me that I feel like I have to say. The three of us, this is 151 years in prison. He had a number like, I had natural life. If it weren't for President Obama, I'd probably still be in prison right now. This is what we don't want for y'all.
So you know how we reverse that? He can tell you how to do real estate. I can tell you how to start a truck company. You know, he can tell you about financial, because the average individual that's come from our neighborhood don't respect the dollar, because they don't understand. So you got to understand it. But I got one thing I want to say, and this is about how you refer to each other. I just watched an interview with Kanye West, and it was only because Kanye West said, "I'm God." He said, "I'm God. Who are you to tell me that I'm not? But if I sat around and told you that I was a nigga, it'd be cool with you. But I took on the title of being a God, and you don't like it." Always remember, when you take on a worthy title, most people ain't gonna like it, because it's a duty that come with it. And whatever you be called, and whatever you accept someone to call you, you gotta live that.
It's justified in the rock too. The scriptures say God. You know?
So-
Not that ye are the temple of God, the spirit of God dwelleth within you, which spirit ye are. But you are carnal and think as men do. So I give you milk instead of meat, because you babes are in Christ. And see? Hey man, if we all we got,
We all we need.
we all we need. If we all we got, then we must be
All we need.
For sure. That's just the law.
We got so much to do, y'all. We need more time. We need more time.
We got it, man.
We need more time.
So I want to end with this, man. I say this every time we go somewhere, right? And it ain't much, but it's something, words. We love words. You know what I'm saying? It's just something, man, that you could draw on. Hopefully you draw on in whatever moment. Just like if we all we got, we all we need, right? You are not defined by the environment that you come from, but by what you think about yourself. Like Mike said, you are in control of your destiny. You are not defined by the environment you come from. Do y'all hear me? But by what you think about yourself. And everybody in here think enough of themselves to come in here with some fly clothes on, some nice shoes on. Y'all paying attention. I done heard yes, sir. I done heard all type of respect.
Have the courage to do it when you're outside of somebody else.
Be leaders, man.
Not just
Be leaders.
because we got y'all attention. Y'all gotta walk that walk. Y'all gotta live your life like that. Y'all love yourself that much to be able to put together these outfits and be fly.
Trust me, you will be rewarded.
And what y'all don't realize now, a lot of y'all homies is looking for y'all to do that. so they can be cool with doing it. I promise you that, man. Again, man, I appreciate y'all sharing y'all space with us, sharing y'all time with us. It ain't nothing but love and respect on this end.
Be great, young man.